You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we just heard some Demu, Blessing Upon the Throne of Tyranny, Meshuggah, New Millennium, Cyanide Christ, and Children of Bodom towards Dead End. I'm Local Boys. And my beautiful host over here is, what's your name?
Are you kidding?
Nope.
Morgan Danielle.
Hi. And we're in the studio with Mechina.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hi. Hi.
Pretty big show we got here. Who's all here representing the band, and who are we missing?
Joe Tiberi, guitars.
Joe Tiberi, guitars.
Dave Holt, vocalist.
I'm Steve. I play the bass.
Are we missing anyone?
Sweet.
Gavin is working right now.
Oh,
Gay.
Gavin. Drummer, I take it?
Drummer's missing.
Gavin.
Those drummers always never showing up when you want them to.
That is a fact.
All right.
So we got some big news from you guys. You guys just released your brand new CD,
Yes.
the 1st of January.
Yeah, about a week ago.
So
And what's that bad boy called?
Empyrean.
this actually,
We're gonna hear some tracks from that tonight, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
this
stoked.
had a lot of pre-sales for you guys, didn't
It's
it?
doing pretty good. Way, pretty, yeah.
We sound so enthused over here.
Yeah,
Mr. Monotone.
They're doing good.
It's about as good as we thought it was, so we're excited to start writing again.
When did people start pre-ordering this CD?
2 months ago.
When was it available for pre-order?
Late October.
And how many did you actually have to fill to ship out?
know.
You don't
Enough.
know?
No.
Enough?
Yeah.
So what's the furthest place that you had to ship the CD, and what weird countries did you have to throw it out to?
Weirdest one.
Don't all speak at
Finland.
once.
Finland.
Yeah.
Finland's heard of. Come
Yeah.
on.
It was Czech Republic, Norway, Germany.
Oh, South America, or I'm sorry, South Africa.
yes.
We had
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I think we hit about 50 countries. with this.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah,
You are worldwide.
I guess so.
How are you still unsigned?
Bitches.
You should be on a huge tour right now, supporting this album.
We sleep too much.
You what? You sleep too much? Oh man.
So let's talk a little bit about this new album. How long did it take you guys to actually create this? Because there are some epic parts in these songs where it's just like, what the fuck?
We started when? About a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So it's been about a year and a half journey through it, but it's probably over 1,000 hours into the album, and
Jeez.
Easily. Yeah.
easily between everybody, probably close to 1,500 hours. So
And this was recorded where?
my house,
Which is...
Apothega Studios.
I'm trying to
I
get
don't want to push it too much or brag.
I'm trying to get you to tell
I
the
know,
world, Joe. Come
yeah,
on.
Yeah, we handle all the production and all the engineering, recording.
And you're also available to record other bands.
Oh yeah,
not just.
yeah. Apothega Studios is open to the public.
Boom. And he's got goats.
They're not mine.
Well, you guys have this awesome album, and you actually have how many more before this?
Two.
Two?
Two full length. Two full lengths.
Yes.
Yes.
And then whatever you want to call Andromeda.
Single. Yeah. So two more. This is our third full length.
And how long did it take you to record those? The same amount that it took you to record this one?
Conquer took longer. Conquer was easily
2 years?
yeah, at least
Easily.
2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 years just straight in the studio?
Not
trial and
usually.
error.
Yeah, we occasionally take like a month or two off once in a while because it starts becoming redundant, and
hate
we
each
start
other.
we start disliking it. That when you work on some just nonstop, it gets irritable. So sometimes you got to take a moment to back off and reassess, and that usually helps the best. We took a break for at least a month or two, and when we came back, everything worked better.
Yeah.
So.
I want to put it out there for those listening to the Metal Experience right now. You can call in at 773-657-3341 and ask questions to Mechina or us.
You got that shit memorized.
Yeah,
That's not even up on the board anymore.
773-657-3341. It's because I have to type it into Facebook every day. But
Every
yeah,
day.
call in, talk to Mechina. We're discussing their new album, Everything Mechina. Maybe I'll throw out there and ask them, how come you don't play so many shows? Because we've seen you and you're awesome.
Like I said, we sleep too much. Oh, I sleep too much.
You just play too many videos.
I'm glad you woke up to come here.
Well,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
play-
we got
All we
lucky.
want to do is record.
Yeah,
That's all we do. We've already, like I said, Joe said earlier, we've already started the next project.
yeah, we've the album's been out for a week and we're already
Yeah.
ready to start
No,
another
no
one.
playing shows. Just
I mean-
next CD.
Next song.
Next song.
Yeah.
Song.
It's like, you guys are not live players? What's going on?
We
We gonna
are.
see a Mechina
We-
show soon now?
Yeah, we've had a lot of band member discrepancies, and I mean we've gone through 16 or 17 members.
Jeez.
So
Very particular.
yeah, well we finally got the setup that we want, and it works really well. So hopefully no one gets kicked out.
Hey,
Looking straight at Steve.
No.
Hopefully Steve doesn't get kicked out.
They should get some in
well,
the car,
no.
Steve.
Okay, we've gone through how many drummers? I've been the most consistent
Yeah,
member besides you guys.
Yeah.
When he's not sleeping.
Shredding.
When we've had a lot of drummers coming and going, and Gavin, who's not here today, is the perfect drummer for the band. So, he's working tonight, and we completely anything for that guy because he's our drummer. He is Mechina's drummer, and like we've had a lot of drummers in the past, and really he gets it. It works. Me and him work really well together when we write.
So what is the whole process to making a Mechina album? Because you make these epic records that are just, I can't believe what you guys make. And now I get why it's taken so long, because you have these huge choruses, you have orchestra parts. It's very well put together. So what's the first step that you guys take to creating this masterpiece?
There's a lot of conceptual stuff that we do first. It's almost like laying out like a movie. Like the three pieces that we have, the Conqueror and then Andromeda and now Empyrean, that's all one big, what we'll call like a trilogy.
Story.
Yeah, so that's like the main thing. We get this big story. We kind of figured out how we want to portray that. And then this time around, we went in, we did all the orchestrations first. And, by the feeling of what we wanted each song to have, what kind of emotions you wanted to evoke, we wrote the orchestra to that. And then we went back and we wrote all the instrumentation on top of that. And it was a little bit different process than we're used to, but it worked out, we think, much better. We're really happy with the product, and yeah, I mean,
it makes it's when we did Andromeda, we wrote the orchestra, we scored the orchestra from the beginning to end before we even touched writing lyrics, writing guitar parts, drums, anything. So we did, and it worked out really well. So we decided for Empyrean, we spent almost the first year scoring the orchestra before we even touched our instruments.
yeah, that took longer than anything else.
How do you score an orchestra?
You
Science.
just do it.
Science.
You're,
We called upon the gods.
Yeah.
They gave us the power.
the orchestra is all computerized, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, that's an actual orchestra in there.
We
well,
paid the
they
CSO.
fooled me. I seriously thought
We have
that
a
Apotheca
violinist
Studios just
on
had
hand.
huge
Yeah,
orchestra
yeah.
in the backyard
He
with a
plays
bunch of
everything.
goats.
Yeah,
that
we have to record him 60 times.
yeah, goat, shut up. We're recording a violin.
Have you ever thought of putting the goat in any of the songs?
Christ.
Ram, goat.
Yes.
Let me in the house.
No, everything's computerized, and it's
How do you know how to score all those instruments? That's a whole orchestra you have, Joe.
we just
Science.
we just picked it up, and honestly, Dave's the most music theory person here.
So you play every instrument there is.
Yes, I recorded all those individually. I am that violinist. No.
like we have some music theory background, but honestly, we just picked it up and taught ourselves how to do it. And
Yeah.
it's you respect it so much more when you realize how difficult it is to
That's
do that.
ridiculous.
So it's a challenge every
Ridiculous.
time, and we like it.
Yeah.
So
All right, well,
I want to hear it.
I want to hear this first track. I haven't listened to any of it yet because I wanted it to be new so I could just sit here and bask in these awesome Mechina songs. So we're going to hear track 2 first, and what is it called?
Asterion.
Asterion. All right, and we're not doing the intro with it, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, does that intro build it up that I'm just going to be at the edge of my seat going, oh, it's going to play, it's going to play?
Yeah, do
Okay, so this is the intro into track 2
Tell Dave to start it
of the
from
brand new
beginning.
Mechina album.
Okay, so play track 1.
Yeah.
And then track 2.
yeah, Aporia and then Asterion.
All right, I'm excited.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we're back. I'm Maureen Danielle with sometimes lazy Luco Blaze.
Sometimes lazy.
And we're sitting
How dare
here
you?
with Mechina. We just heard their epic intro and their song Asterion off of their newest release that got dropped January 1st. What's the name of the CD and where can people buy it and how much is it?
The internet.
Promote.
Go!
You can. It's on all the digital distribution sites. So pretty much wherever you buy music online, it's going to be there. But you can get a hard copy at mechinamusic.com.
MECHINA.
Music.com.
Sweet. And if you want to call and talk to all of us or just the band, it's okay. It's 773-657-3341. We insist audience participation. We would hope-
Participation.
Yeah, I stutter. Fuck you. So, you said before that these are like movie soundtracks. Please tell me you're writing a movie for these. Please tell me that you're going to shoot a film that you're going to cast me in.
I don't know if you can shoot a film that would be as epic as the music is.
I barely have enough money to pay my bills.
I mean, we can
I barely
shoot
have
it.
enough money to pay the goat.
So a friend of Dave's has got the album. He was writing like a short story.
Yeah.
That would
So-
be awesome.
He's writing it basically from the beginning of Conqueror and then all the way to the end.
While listening to him.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I
Should
mean,
be like an animated something or other.
that would be awesome. I mean,
If anybody's good with animation, they should
Yeah.
get on
I'll
that.
be a voice. Luca will be a voice. It'll be like a Pixar DreamWorks
We can-
collaboration for
got to be in 3D though.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's.
I like how you just force us into everything other bands doing. Like, we don't want you in our shit.
Yeah.
We'll be in it. Don't worry. These guys are weird.
Thanks, Jim Gaffigan. Let's just. No, seriously though, that would be awesome to see the film because, like Luca said when we were listening to it, it sounds like a huge battle.
It sounds like Braveheart running up with his sword. Or not Braveheart.
You said Lord of the Rings.
In Lord of the Rings, some movie
In space.
in space, and screaming, "There can be only
Dead
one."
floating around.
When we write, we use a lot of imagery.
William
we
Wallace.
try to explain all our imagery, so the music would. I mean, it was written with images really that were never put down on paper. So, I mean, it would work really well if there was imagery with it, but that takes more work.
So, tell us, Joe, while you're falling asleep in your chair, before we start hearing you snore, what are these CDs about? Like, what is the concept?
Is the whole album a concept, or every single song a different?
Conqueror, Andromeda, and Empyrean are all the same story.
Okay, so what is this story?
Okay. Well,
Wait, we might need music for this. Dave, pull up really epic storytelling music for
Or
Joe.
just play Mechina.
Or just play
underneath.
Mechina.
and I'll give you like
In a world.
Best
Space.
movie voice ever. Okay, just play a Mechina song
oh geez.
underneath them, and we're gonna hear the story of Mechina.
well,
Land far.
Should I use the track that we already used or a different one?
no.
Dave, don't ask questions. Just play a Mechina
Oh
song.
jeez.
Don't
It's
ask
all
questions.
epic. Just say Mechina and just play a song, okay?
All right. Fine.
Thank you.
Jesus.
It's like 10
Why
minutes.
is everyone
That's how long
such a
it's gonna
dick
take.
to me?
Yeah, God.
I don't like this place. Well, really, I mean, in a nutshell. Oh, hey, what's up? Ooh, it's all. Uh-oh. There it is. No, pretty much the basis of the story is within Conqueror, the main character. We try to incorporate elements of the conflict between religion and civilization, and the basis of how our history is based off of these type of conflicts. And this character within Conqueror is basically the agent throughout the story, so he gets to see multiple within Conqueror. It's dissecting certain specific conflicts in the world today, but it's basically in the future. In Andromeda, I mean, that's a real summary about it, but in Andromeda, the story is based off of him leaving the planet and going into orbit around Earth by himself. And it's kind of a reflection period, and that's what the lyrics are based off of in Andromeda. Empyrean, he decides to go back to kind of see and figure out, kind of reconcile with himself, and he finds out it kind of goes after those elements the same way as in Conqueror, but halfway through Empyrean is when he wakes up, and it was actually a simulation, which we wrote Empyrean based off of the theory of simulated universes.
Joe watched
Joe, we
Avatar
actually-
too much and decided to make
We
it
actually have a phone call.
Oh, if I swear to God, it's good.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
No,
I swear to God.
Is his name
we don't
Jimmy?
know, but it might be. Here we go. Hello. You are on with the Metal Experience. Who are
I'm
we?
Morgan Lusso, first-time caller, long-time listener. How you guys doing tonight?
It's so giving.
Oh,
Well, we know
We're
who you
doing-
are.
we're
Want to
doing-
tell the world who you are?
we're doing great.
This is Gibby
Hi,
Yeah,
Gibby.
from Batavia.
First time caller, long time
Long-time
listener.
listener.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Okay,
That was
I have a quick question for Mechina.
all right. Go for it.
Joe, where do you keep the wine bottle opener?
Did you leave him to just rampage through your kitchen while you left?
Don't touch my goat.
Gibby's my roommate, and
Oh.
apparently he's getting boozed up. I don't know. You
couldn't
better
have texted you. He needed to call you.
You might need to drink some and then go to the store and get it. I don't know. I don't have. It's
Me
upstairs.
and Dart here are listening to Mel Experience on the Xbox. Hi.
On the Xbox. Well, that's a first. That's
Thank you,
pretty
sir.
awesome.
I do have a follow-up question to the wine opener question.
Yep.
Is this where the wine glass is?
Does the donkey actually know it's bullshit?
Yeah, buddy. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Thanks, Gibby.
Anyway, love the new album. It's awesome. Fucking rock it. Check it out. Find Mechina. So if you won't plug your shit, I will start plugging your shit. Buy the album. Don't download it. Buy the album.
You
Physical
got to
hard
tell the
copy.
Russians that.
I know.
Well, thanks, Gibby. Good night.
He'll
We'll
see
talk
you
about
when,
this when we get
when
home.
he gets home.
We'll talk about this when we get home.
Oh, that was enlightening.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well,
Bye,
I'm
Gibby.
Oh, he's still on the line. Bye, Gibby.
See you.
Bye.
He's
I
like,
think he said bye like 6 times.
I refuse to hang up. And one more follow-up question.
No, he calls back to ask where the wine glasses
Yeah,
are.
right.
Okay.
Oh, that was enlightening.
So, are we continuing the story?
I could. Is
there more?
Empyrean is basically a story based in the theory of simulated universes. Oh God, the music. Yes.
It is back.
So the whole premise of that is that reality is simply a simulation based off of a future civilization running a program.
Kind of like The Matrix,
Yeah, maybe,
but not as gay.
probably.
Better actors.
Better actors. So yeah, it's after he wakes up from that simulation, he kind of finds a world that all of the discrepancies that were addressed in all the previous songs have kind of washed away. And
you could be a
and-
novelist.
no, I don't have that type of patience.
Then
But
they fucking get over the hill. I'm done with this story.
so I mean that really is the most bare bones quick summary. But I mean it's a very it's a personal project. All three projects are so.
How long were you thinking of this concept before you started writing the album? Like that you came up with this idea and didn't know what to do with it, and then all of a sudden you started writing.
2007 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, about
probably 2007 because we started Conqueror in 2008. So I probably the story probably came to fruition around 2007,
So
2008.
then, what about the word Mechina? What does it mean? And why did you name your band Mechina?
I don't know. I think
It was a long time
It was a
ago.
long time ago, and I think one of the things that sold me. I mean, I liked the way it sounded, but I mean, I like how it doesn't really have a pure meaning to it because it keeps it relatively vague. Because a lot of bands put a name that is so so blunt that they get they kind of get pre-labeled before anyone listens to them.
Give me 12 examples.
It's cattle decapitation.
Yeah, cattle decapitation. So we like the ambiguous title of the band name because it doesn't really say anything. It kind of makes the music have to speak for itself instead of just the label instantly being thrown upon you before anyone even gets the chance to listen. So that's, whatever.
Kale decapitation.
Kale decapitation.
Ska. I think ska when I hear that.
Yes, well, you're correct.
All right. Well, Joe, you can take a nap really fast unless you hear something that interests you. Dave, do you have something to say?
Speak to the drug dealer of the house, please.
Let's hear it from the soundboard.
That's Dave's voice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's my voice, clearly.
God. Is that you?
Yes.
No.
Anyway, new album streamed off Bad Religion's album True North, Vanity, and you can check that out online.
True North.
Which is actually a really awesome sounding album so far. And speaking of Bad Religion, if any of our listeners are out in...
Are they coming to Chicago?
No.
What?
But Reverend Horton Heat might, because he's going on tour
Ooh,
soon.
I
nice.
don't care about him. I care about Bad Religion.
Well, Bad Religion, Pennywise, with Jim on vocals, and Reverend Horton Heat had been added as headliners at the Musink Tattoo Music and Festival. It's going to take place in Costa Mesa at the OC Fairgrounds on March 8th and 10th.
Where?
Yeah, where is that, Dave?
Costa Mesa. I don't
Where's that?
know. I don't have a globe.
Yeah, maybe you should Google where Costa Mesa is and then tell us. But it's
Costa
okay.
Mesa.
I don't want to know. Keep going.
And you know what? Lemmy from Motorhead's going to be there, all right?
Who
So
cares about
Ooh.
Lemmy? Lemmy needs to
Him
die.
and his moles will be there.
yes. And let's see here. I was going to go into bad news, but I'll save that for last.
What?
Great.
There's a lot of, a few band breakups and things going on.
Well,
Ooh.
how about you start with the fact that half the band of Attack left.
Bye.
And does anyone care? No. All right, moving on. So, Bad Religion is also going to release their, or they're supposed to be have released their 2 singles today via iTunes, or they just say digitally. So that should,
Via iTunes.
so when I get home, I'm probably going to download those. And
Let's just tell the world.
This is what I'll be doing. I'll be cooking myself an omelet when I get home. I'll
Damn
be
right.
taking my clothes off and running around my house screaming in my boxers right in front of my mom and my little brother.
don't have a little brother, but close.
That's gross, Dave.
Anyway,
I'll do jumping jacks in my boxers in front of my mom until she passes out.
wait, whatever you do on
That's
your own
the
time
rest
is
of the night for me, folks.
I need a shower.
Well, you might need one after this. Misfits to release their live album called Dead Alive.
With which singer?
What? Yeah, who's
Only,
on?
who else?
Oh God, I'll
See,
pass.
that's not what we
I'll
want.
pass. But thanks, Dave. Thanks for keeping me updated
The
with
fans
what's Misfits
scream
doing.
Danzig.
No, Danzig sucks. Go Graves.
Anyway,
gosh.
I can't believe he just said that.
Steve's getting real right now.
speaking of people putting out stuff just for money, lead singer of Bad Religion, or I believe they're
Why you
bassist-
keep talking about Bad Religion?
Because he likes
tonight,
Bad
Dave?
Religion.
Or no, Bad Brains. I'm sorry.
Bad
I'm
Brains.
reading a
Okay,
different
see?
article at the same time.
One of
yeah,
them
One
multiple
eye's,
reading.
yeah. One eye's looking at one article, the
Pulling
other
a
eye's
chameleon.
I
looking
got
at
lizard eyes.
actually, no, scratch that. Their bassist created their own brand of hot sauce called Fire Babylon Hardcore Hot Sauce.
I want that in my life.
And
I want that in my mouth.
and Shepard Fairey is doing their artwork.
And what?
The guy who does all the Obey stickers and everything. Like I'm sure you've seen him at Zumiez, like the Obey shirts and hats and all that.
Oh.
He's doing the artwork
like-
for them.
Dave,
What?
say something that'll entertain Steve.
Steve. I just called Steve out.
We can talk about the Michael Graves Danzig thing. No, that's
That's a can of worms we don't want to open.
Oh, yes,
Bring Me the Horizon to stream new song Shadow Moses. Am I reading that right?
Bring me here.
I've got no idea.
I don't know, Dave. You
I
tell
don't
me.
know.
So good.
I can't read not that good.
Attack has a new song out too, but half their lineup just walked away, so I don't know who's back. Just saying.
Well, all right, Morgan. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, and
Throw just
Killswitch
things out.
Killswitch Engage announced 6
April
studio
2nd.
album. Yeah, Disarm Descent, and they did the track listing already.
Oh, read me.
The Hell in Me, Beyond the Flames, New Awakening.
All right, like you're gonna know any of this? Like, oh yeah,
Okay,
that's awesome.
I just want to hear what Killswitch just named their new CD title. Their other
the
tracks.
big bad bonus.
But continue, Dave.
All right, skip. Hatebreed released a music video, Put It to the Torch.
They're not good anymore.
Okay, if you say so, that means it's true.
They're not good.
And like I said, breakup news. DOA announces Farewell tour dates.
Who?
DOA,
DOA.
yeah,
DOA.
punk band. Don't, yeah. If anybody cares,
Don't know.
If anyone really cares what I'm talking about,
Okay.
This guy cares. Anyway, so Bleeding Through is
he
officially
pointed to the
What?
wall.
Wait, what?
Bleeding Through issue official breakup statement.
No way!
Yeah, it's
That's
official.
funny.
SoCal metalcore band Bleeding
Edmund
Through.
Mechina is gonna cry. He made this event on Facebook. This is the guy from Terror in His Presence. Edmund Mechina posted like last summer, bring Bleeding Through to Chicago, and he was trying to get all these people to join this event to get Bleeding Through Chicago, but apparently they just broke up.
Well,
Sorry, Ed.
That sucks, man.
yeah, you can read their whole statement on Dying Scene. That's where I got it from, and I'm not going to read the whole thing here, obviously.
I've
but,
got type 2 diabetes.
That sucks.
Gotta step away.
Well, he's leaving off. To those who supported this band, it's been
Don't
an
read
honor.
the whole thing.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
I'm just saying that's what he leaves off on. To those who supported this band, it's been an honor. So they're breaking up. They're probably going to have a few more one last tour or something.
Well,
to
the
that effect,
singer's
so.
in another band, I Am War. It's not like they're not doing anything in music.
Right. Well, now they're not going to do anything anymore.
Well, not together.
There's that band.
But
Yep. And Rob leaves Anthrax,
Yeah, I heard about that. That was sad.
and that really sucks.
He was the
lead
lead guitarist, right?
That's right when they're supposed to go on tour too.
Brutal. They're coming to tour. They're coming
April
to town. They're
5th,
playing
House of Blues,
the whole Among the
with
Fallen,
Exodus
Oh,
and
Among the
Municipal
Fallen.
Waste.
Among the Living album.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
they're considering a bunch of people, and they even asked fans to join the band, or fans have asked.
Fans? Why would you? be a fan of-
like Anthrax. Let me be in your
That's kind of
As just a replacement. I mean, the Who replaced the drummer after he passed out at one point.
I don't
He
know.
passed
that's
out
a
on
little
stage.
different.
He passed
Yeah.
out on stage.
That's
Like,
a little
can
different.
anyone
You're
play
trying
the
to
drums?
replace like one of the key members of Anthrax. Like,
Key member. He was not an original.
well, yeah, but he's a lead guitarist right now.
He's been there
like,
since 01, so
He's still not an
since
original.
01. That's like 10 years.
it's like 12. But
That's
whatever.
like 12 years. Come on.
That's like one.
All right.
That's like 4 years.
I'll bring some good news that Luca was pretty stoked about the other night.
I just got my Predator mask in the mail. It's badass.
Come on.
I thought you were going to say I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
I thought he was going to say.
As long as it's not me.
No, it's me. I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
Is it an alien or a monkey?
Turd.
No, Behemoth, apparently the bassist of Behemoth has confirmed they will be playing Mayhem Fest this summer.
Yay!
Cool.
So Luca's pretty happy about that.
Pretty hard.
You like Behemoth, right?
Yeah.
You keep thinking they're better than Nile.
Steve, what is wrong
They
with you
are
tonight?
better than
They are
Nile.
not better than
Oh,
Nile.
okay.
Okay,
That's
listen,
it.
Hold on.
listen, listen,
Hold
listen.
on. Wait. Hold on.
Dumb war
No.
over it.
Dave, fight music. We are
Fight
having
music?
a battle.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Hold on. Wait for the
Don't-
music.
Don't touch the music.
No. Don't hit.
Listen.
Don't. We gotta wait for the fight music, and
Mortal
then you can have
Kombat.
your argument. Who is better? You got to get the ring in, Dave. The 3 bells, the ding, 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 and then the fight.
I gotta find sound effects too.
You gotta find. This is your job. You are a soundboard guy. You gotta
With
do
the
this.
exception of
So
Twilight.
the argument is, and if people want to call in
Suck.
and actually join the Metal Experience
No.
debate now,
That's it. This is Steve versus the world tonight.
773-657-3341. We want to hear your opinion. Which is better, Nile or Behemoth? And apparently, Steve is all for Behemoth, and Joe is all for Nile.
No.
Dave, are you ready?
Not yet. I just
Dave,
had to find the sound
I
effect.
cannot-
Ding, ding, ding. Go.
773-657-3341.
Dave, you're killing me
We
over
want
here,
your
guy.
opinions. Your phone calls matter.
I want some Mortal Kombat.
We do
theme
love
song.
you. They're ready to
Okay.
fight. They're on the edges of their seats. We need the music.
I'm losing my adrenaline here. I have to let it out.
Dave,
I'm at half stock now, Dave. Thanks.
go.
All right, listen. After the annihilation of the Wicked, Behemoth automatically went after that sound, and they were more black metal. Than
No, okay. They were a black metal band.
Yes.
They were. They were a pure 100% black
and
metal.
then they went after the Nile sound. This
Even-
song rules.
But they don't have an Egyptian sound to them.
It doesn't matter.
Oh!
The Egyptian sound, that's just chords. Like the whole vibe of that. Behemoth ripped off Nile after Annihilation of the Wicked.
Okay.
I'm
but-
not, and Callias is better than
No, Callias is better.
Yes.
But I, mean,
I don't know who's
I
winning.
agree with you on that.
and Carl Sanders is probably better at
no,
the-
he's not. Carl,
Totally.
Carl Sanders is one of the worst guitar players out there.
No, he's just. I think he's drunk most of the time.
Well, yeah.
And he's fat. He's
We
got
need
pudgy
someone to
sausage
judge
face.
Yeah,
this
that's
battle. Who will it be?
But yeah, I won.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Behemoth has written more
Steve doesn't know what to do.
memorable songs.
Joe's on him.
doesn't matter.
Oh, yes, it does.
That doesn't make it good.
I remember
and
that
he had-
song. Okay, two things. He had cancer and beat it. And boom! And they're satanic.
Do you know?
the
Do you,
cancer card, Joe.
Satan.
do you know who
Satan.
didn't get cancer?
Satan
Anyone in
cancer.
Nile. You're welcome. All
right.
right, we're done now.
Yeah.
Let's call it.
That was
Satan
a
and cancer
pretty good
wins.
rebuttal there.
No, that was really rude.
All right, let's hear more Mechina so we can all take a breather, have a smoke. Don't go
Oh.
anywhere.
Push down your boners, guys.
Hey,
The metal
I got a fighting
experience-
boner.
we could do a long song so I can have a smoke.
All right. Anybody that wants to call, they can give their opinion on the Nile and Behemoth argument, or they can just call to talk to Mechina when we come back from
Or
listening
me.
to a song.
Go.
It's 773-657-3341. And what are we going to hear next?
Let's do Terminus.
Terminus it is.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And that was a very good fade, Dave. Good job.
Good
We're
fade,
back,
Dave.
With the Metal Experience. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we're here once again with Mechina, hearing their amazing new album. And that was the third track?
That was the last song.
That was the last track. That was the last track.
That was bonus track?
What was that
no,
called?
that was Terminus. That was the last
Terminus.
song on the album.
Epic.
10 minutes of just epicness.
Well,
I feel like I'm in a movie when I listen to it. It's pretty awesome.
that means
point.
that means it's working.
So let's get everybody talking here. As musicians, who were your influences that inspired you to play your instruments or wanted, to get you into metal or just music in general? Steve, how about you talk first?
No, because I do squiddly wahs.
What is squiddly what?
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay.
Joe can explain what.
I'm waiting for you to explain, Steve. You haven't said a fucking word.
A
really.
squiddly wah is
Kind of
okay.
like a squeedly D.
Yeah, but it's
Like a squee doo doo baby.
But if you do a whittly wah first,
you can't do a whittly wah first.
This
why
is
can't you do a
I
whittly
don't-
wah
You gotta go
first?
squee diddly wah
okay. So
That's what influenced me to pick
Yeah.
up my instrument.
This is it right there.
So squids.
squids,
Yes.
squids do the whittly wahs. No, I'm in another band, and when we recorded with Joe,
You can say the name of your band. It's okay.
Apocrypha. When we recorded with Joe, he would make fun of me and my other guitar player because in Mechina we don't do solos.
We don't do guitar solos.
Yeah, we don't do guitar solos, and I tried my hardest.
Despite your 9-string.
Yeah, I tried. I
I
let
don't
him
like
do-
playing the bottom strings.
I'll,
all right.
I'll explain that. Don't worry.
Yeah, I tried to let him do it, have me do a solo on the sound. They rejected it. But anyways, when
Steve, like, look at me, and Joe just shakes his, no,
You're the
no
best.
solo.
That's really shitty.
no, so when we were recording with him, we'd make fun of us because we would do a sweet pick and just shred. And so he started saying that there's squiddly wahs because if you play it real fast, that's what it sounds like. It's just squiddly wee. So that's where squiddly wee comes.
Dave, what influenced you, Dave? Holch.
A lot.
Okay, well,
No,
take us back. Into
Let's go
early-
back.
Let's go back in time.
No squiddly wah.
Woo, woo, woo.
No, my musical background is pretty much everything under the sun. That's why I take the classical stuff to heart when we write all that stuff. I'm big into classical music, jazz. I played all sorts of instruments and things like that. But getting into metal, probably the Misfits, early Misfits, and then into obviously Fear Factory. But I think the biggest one. No way.
No way.
No way.
No.
No. Never. I'm sorry. Yeah, but then more recently, I'd say Devin Townsend, definitely his style. I like.
All right, I think right off the bat, I mean the first few metal albums I ever listened to was Metallica and like White Zombie when I was really young, probably like 8 years old, and then I started getting into the black metal stuff. Cradle of Filth, Dimmy Borgir was a big influence, and I would say that kind of kept going, but as of recently, I kind of stopped listening to metal as like my primary source of music, and I started listening to more classical music.
Folk?
Not really, no.
I think it's pronounced folk.
folk. No,
Folk music?
I like listening to. I actually have a growing collection of soundtrack music. Ironically,
I
like-
love instrumental
Like the
soundtrack
scores?
music.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
scores are awesome.
I'm a huge Bill Brown and Hans Zimmer fan.
No way, not
Hans Zimmer is amazing.
I know. So I try to listen to more and more of that because I actually can seem to find more variety in film scores and that type of style. But I don't know. I work, with a lot of musicians. So usually on my time off, I don't listen to music because I'm around it so much. But I would say the most influential would probably be the second wave of black metal for me. The guys from like '96 forward, from Norway, Sweden, stuff like that. So, And I always I got a soft spot for like Meshuggah, Fear Factory, stuff like that. The more technical, tight, machine sounding stuff, industrial. So.
Steve,
Oh, okay.
are you awake?
I was classically trained early, so I've always listened to classical music, Bach and Mozart and Beethoven, all them.
Faggot.
Yeah,
Big names there.
I'm a homo. But that's kind of led in to, Randy Rhoads being a guitar player. I started off playing bass, but in Apocrypha, when our guitar player quit, I wrote all the songs, so I just naturally went to guitar, and all my favorite musicians were guitar players. So,
You didn't have any favorite bassists?
no, I had Flea and Duff McKagan.
Nobody has any favorite bass players.
Les Claypool, anyone?
Victor
Les
Wooten.
Claypool, yeah, Victor Wooten.
Yeah.
Wooten.
But all my favorite bands were revolved around guitar players. So when I was young, like Guns N' Roses and Ozzy, and now mostly it's Children of Bodom and Slayer and everything that these guys make fun of me for listening to. So,
Like what?
like those bands.
Like Children of Bodom.
Yeah.
Slayer.
And Slayer and Pantera and all those, the classic. Like Joe, I went and I'm really big into like the 90s black metal
We
second
noticed.
wave. Yeah.
We noticed
so.
that there was an argument that happened not too long ago here at the studio.
Nile and Behemoth, we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but
We what?
no, but Nile's not black.
No, they're
No.
straight death metal.
The Behemoth was.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the point.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Behemoth sold out.
Oh, shit.
I'm kidding.
Round two!
Fight.
See, whenever you
I was too.
get whenever you get Steve and me in a room, we always do this, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
We
With
go
everything.
humming.
Fuck you, Steve.
It.
I make fun of Joe, and then he...
Hold hands.
And then I threaten to kick him out of the band.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it goes.
And I've been in the band now for 3 years. So.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just... I do squiddly D
You sold-
on the bass, and that makes you smile, Joe.
Yeah, and then I delete it and do it myself.
Exactly. And then you're like, oh, well, just turn Steve down.
So, Joe, you play a 9-string guitar.
Yeah, I got a 9-string.
And I've seen it. It's pretty tits.
It's awesome.
The thing's ridiculous.
I gave up on.
Do you use all the strings?
It depends on the
Steve
project.
says no.
Steve uses all.
I don't.
I use one string.
He has 2 bass strings on it. He's
I have 3.
eliminating from the band.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't buy a 9-string because I was going to use all 9 strings. I mean, there's been instances. What'd you say?
No, I didn't say anything.
He freaked out like there's someone behind him, then realizes it's the board, and freaks out, and then goes, now I feel stupid. Don't look at me. But continue.
that,
I continue to stare at Dave like, what an idiot.
The 9-string that I bought is a 30-inch scale, so it's a very it's getting into the scale of bass guitars, and pretty much what it is I wanted to get it's not so much of like a dick waving contest with a lot of having a 9-string makes you a better guitar player. It's not. It's having the opportunity to experiment with having so much more ability to just play around with, and I mean, you have to play differently. I mean, you get me on a 6-string guitar and it's embarrassing because I've been playing 7 strings ever since I started playing guitar. So I don't know, like I couldn't play a 6-string properly, but I pick up my 9-string and I'm like perfectly okay. And it's just a tool, really. It's nothing more than that.
You're
and
just a tool.
So I like having that extended range, and it was as soon as I started tracking guitars on Empyrean with the 9-string and hitting, I'm in
My notes.
Yeah, I mean when
Squiddly D's.
Steve's got a 5-string bass, and when we're playing parts that are in the same notes, I mean it's technically the same.
I'm in
notes.
standard tuning.
Well, no, you're in B. We went to B in that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we
Okay,
down
yeah.
tuned. So his B is my B. So it's almost like 2 bass guitars
We
playing.
should just switch. We were gonna do the 2 9-string.
Yeah,
thing,
you
but-
didn't. As soon as you buy a 9-string, you can play it.
Okay.
But
You can play it once you
Dave
buy
just
it.
mumbled, oh boy. What does that mean?
It's a whole other can of worms.
yeah, we've had that. No, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, and I want to get another one because it's it's just cool.
You don't want one of the ones with the two necks where you just
No,
look-
that I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to care enough for that. So
It's got double 9 strings.
who's that?
He just waved to a jogger.
Oh.
He's just being friendly, Joe. It's okay.
You're not allowed.
So how many shows have you guys actually played? We've seen you once. We've had the privilege of seeing you guys once. How many shows?
Probably.
On 2 hands, we can count it on none.
We our last show was at Claus, which you guys
Which
were
we
there.
saw. I introduced you. I was like, how do you say it? Machina?
And you're like, oh, we're going on in like 1 second. We're like, all right, back it up, bye. I jumped off the stage.
Before that, we played at the Bottom Lounge in the winter, a few months before that, and then the period before that is kind of when we were having the issues with drummers, so we couldn't play, and that's why we wrote so much so quickly. It's because our philosophy is if we're not doing something, it's kind of a death wish, and I've seen a lot of bands do that. When they sit still, they fall apart sometimes.
So you just wanted to stay busy to be
Yeah,
at the end.
we had to.
Okay.
So I mean, we used to play a lot, but that was years ago, and we're hoping to do that soon. But you know, we don't like
Overbook.
Yeah, we don't like
Play every
extending
other
our
weekend.
welcome because you know you can only play so often before people. Well, I saw them 2 weeks ago. I don't want to see them again. You know, and so we like to spread it apart. It makes it a little bit more. You know, it gives people a reason to go out and see us, and because you know they might not play for another 2-3 months. You know, and a lot of shows can be really rough, you know, the travel, the expenses, and playing in front of 5-6 people can be kind of a bummer. And, you know, it happens, but we're kind of getting to that point where we'd rather have one good show every few months than 10 bad shows.
It's smart.
Yeah.
So when are you playing next?
April 6th, we're going to be playing in Milwaukee with our buddy's band, Candy Machine Guns, and then we're hoping to set something up. We're planning on playing all the venues in the burbs are falling down, so we're going to have to be in the city a lot more.
So any more details on the show in Milwaukee you can give us for those wanting to mark their calendars now?
It's at I believe the venue's called the Back Bar. I don't think it's downtown Milwaukee. I think it's like a town over. But if you can get on Facebook and find us, and we'll post it as soon as we get all the information, because I'm not really handling the show, so I'm kind of just waiting for information at this point. But April 6th at the Back Bar with Candy Machine Guns. Yeah.
You heard
Sweet.
it first.
Well, let's hear another one of these songs. We're got 45 minutes left of the show. Your songs are really long and awesome. I want to hear as much of this album as we can get through.
Infinian? Infinian.
All right, so you heard it from Joe. We're going to hear Infinian.
listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And we're back as the Metal Experience. I'm Morgan Danielle. Luco's silent.
Hi.
We're here with Mechina. We've been listening to the new CD, Empyrean. And we just heard one more track off that CD. What was it called?
That was Infinian, yeah.
Finian. And we actually have a special guest that just stopped by, Meatwad from Aquatine Hunger Force.
Aquatine.
Aquatine.
What now?
You're in the track somewhere, are you not?
No,
You can
not that one. No, it's the last song, the one that we listened to, Terminus. Jokingly, me and Joe decided to put the Meatwad vocals buried in the mix. So if you can hear it, kudos to you.
This
But,
is actually real, too.
Yeah, this is real. We're not making
We-
this up. There's a vocal line in there. Well, it's just a word that says "arise," and it's from the episode where they try to raise Shake from the dead, and they hire the voodoo guy, and he's trying to raise the giant chicken. So he's arise, chicken, chicken, arise. Arise.
Can you do any more voices?
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows
like a
that.
somebody.
I don't know.
No, he's a pro at Meatwad.
I wish, like, if I knew that before, you'd do the whole interview as Meatwad's voice.
that would've
I
been
wish you
awesome.
could have done that.
He could do the rest of the interview.
Yeah, why don't you just do the rest of his Meatwad? It would be great.
Straight face.
It
No eye contact.
Mean mugging the whole time.
Yeah,
It would make my night.
do you like this for us?
Just stop staring at me.
Is this good for you?
Oh, jeez. So you guys have already decided that you guys are going to start writing a new album. Starting
Released
tomorrow.
4
No.
years from now, and when's the...
What?
Huh?
You're supposed to be Meatwad. You're out of character. guy.
Sorry. No, I'm not going to do that. There's we already have 45 seconds written.
Yeah,
Oh, you're on your way.
we were messing
Took them
around.
2 days to make 45 seconds. New
Shut
Mechina in
up.
progress.
Yeah, we started today. Actually, we got together before we came here, and we started. We were just sitting down, and we were like, "Hey, let's start." I mean,
And you
went
made
in.
45 seconds?
Yeah.
Yes.
In how many hours?
Oh, we were not even. Yeah.
Yeah,
About
hour
an
and a
hour and a
half.
half. I mean, we're right now we're kind of gauging what direction we want to go. The story's done, so we've got to come up with something else, which is going to be interesting. So
All day.
We have another phone call, I think. Dave, am I correct?
That you do.
Hello? You are on with the Metal Experience in Mechina. Who is this?
Oh, this is Hank Preecum.
Hi, Hank.
Hi, Hank.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you guys tonight?
Good. Do you have a question for Mechina?
Oh, yeah, I've actually got a question for Steve.
Okay. He might
when
ask.
can I pre-order the next Apocrypha album?
He's
Because
thinking.
every time I see you guys live, I just pre in my pants.
that's awesome. Is this
Steve, are you going to answer this question?
what's funny?
He just hung up.
No, I got that.
You must answer
he
the man
still
now.
Needs to,
Oh, who?
he still
Answer.
needs to answer.
Okay, I think
Tomorrow.
yeah. Give it 2 days, 2-3 days. I'll have entire album written and recorded. Joe, we're recording.
That's gonna be expensive.
I'll bring Jaeger for you.
Thank you.
So no answer? When can you...
Oh,
Pre-order.
if Hank was serious, I don't know when the new
Don't be a
Apocrypha
dick, dude.
album is gonna come out.
Don't let Hank down.
Okay. Well, okay, we're writing the new album now.
There you go.
We got 3 songs done. We just wrote a 4th one. We're gonna try and shoot for to write 7 or 8 of them, and then pick the best 5 and record it with Joe.
Yay.
What's the name of your
Hey.
studio again?
Apotheca Studios.
How can people get a...
Apocrypha at Apotheca.
Hey, with the guy from Mechina.
Yeah.
How can people get a hold of you, Joe, to actually record?
Apothecastudios.net is my website, and I mean you can always email me. It's apothecajoe@gmail, and
You guys spell Apotheca for those people like me.
Apothica. Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it for about 8 years, so I've been.
And who have you recorded? You've recorded a lot of Chicago area bands. Oh, of course, Steve.
Apocrypha.
Yeah, Steve.
I just got done working with Depremacy, which is a a really awesome thrash metal band. I worked with Central Disorder, Vile Reminiscence.
Central Disorder was on the show.
Yeah.
They previewed the stuff you recorded for them.
That's what I was telling them.
Yeah, they're good guys. I've known them for a while. Vile Reminiscence, I'm working with them, and trying to think of Orion 9. I did their last
Giant Dildo Hammers.
Giant Dildo Hammer.
Giant Dildo Hammer.
Yeah.
We heard that song last week. It was pretty epic.
You're welcome. Yes, Orion 9 did their last EP, and I mean that's most of the. I mean, it's probably the last year. I mean, that's the metal people I've been working with, but
you also record not metal?
Oh yeah, I've been doing a lot of hip hop, believe it or not. So I know.
Have you been
Yes.
getting down with the bitches in the house?
That's pretty accurate, actually. Yeah.
Yo, man, is that fucking goat back there?
No. Yeah, so I've been doing hip hop, and I've been doing some dance music and dubstep with some people recently too.
I heard some of that too. Your band sucks is an awesome song.
Well, yeah. All that electronica stuff and the dubstep work I actually did after working with a lot of those guys, and it's actually not as easy as you think, but it's a whole different story. So I work with a lot of genres. I work really well with metal guys though, because obviously I'm in a metal band, so it's easier to kind of find that sound when you've done it so many times.
I gotcha.
Giant Dildo Hammer.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Giant Dildo Hammer live
Oh,
and to
God.
get your shirt.
Cross your fingers for that.
It's going to be epic. Let's hear one more song of your CD before we go to Luco's band pick of the week, because I just can't get enough of this album.
Let's do Anathema.
All right. Joe, you got it.
Thank you.
Dave.
Oh, my God.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And that was Anathema from Mechina.
Don't you just love those little things we do before our sweeper? I think they're awesome to fade into.
I don't know what
I
you're
want to
talking
keep
about.
them.
But anyway, this band... Oh, Dave, take it away.
Now it's time for...
I'm done.
Hey, man, look what I found.
Only on the Metal Experience.
This week we got a band from Portland, Maine called Falling Skyward with the song It's Like America, But South. Check it out.
Loved you. I was coming up here to kill you. First I was gonna try and get you back. Should I have to say sorry for the things that kill us? Everything has been set in stone, but I should have been the one. Now that there's a problem, I say that my apology. Listen to folks that can say when you're about to die. Try to erase your mistake, only for the city out. When you can't even bear the fucking thought of it. Baby, I should try and get some sleep, but I fear that I will see you in my trance. We all know that you have no regrets, but if your words were talkers, my heart would be torn out. I like it. It's got that, what a cruel world, so let's toss ourselves in the abyss type of ambiance. Should I have to say sorry for the things that kill us? You can learn to pretend like it's yours, suck it out. What should have done? What should have done? What should have been the one to leave you on your own? On your own.
You're listening to the Metal Experience. Only on Slam Internet Radio.
And that was Falling Skyward from Portland, Maine with the song It's Like America, But South. Check them out. We're in the studio right now with Mechina.
What?
And we just heard right before that another one of your epic songs.
Which one was? Oh,
Anathema.
Anathema. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask you, because I just opened up Empyrean and I took the CD out.
And there was actually a CD
There
in
was a
there. This
CD.
There
time.
was. No, it was Conqueror that I opened originally.
We should probably open the
and-
other one and make sure there's one in there.
No, funny
How dare
story.
you.
How
So when we were
we have CDs in there?
when we were at Rick and Gibby's Rock and Roll Revival, Joe was nice enough to give.
Host it. Well, he was nice enough to host it.
He was
first
nice
of all.
enough to host it on his awesome property, but he gave
With the goat.
yeah, he gave Luco and I a copy of Conquer, and Luco opened his CD already, and we listened to it on the car on the way back. And then when I went to open my copy, like a week later at my house, there was no CD, and it was wrapped and everything. So I'm like, oh, this is a joke.
That was really that had me really worried because I was wondering if that happened to somebody else, across.
I would assume they would have told you.
Yeah.
Conquer sent me an empty CD case.
Yeah.
So,
But Empyrean has a CD. I'm very happy.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's very methodical over there.
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
You know?
you
Just
know-
got a little
I
cut.
wanted
need to
to let
save
you
this for
know,
later.
Joe, that your grandma thinks you're Metallica.
yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, that's about right.
So Morgan at the revival was
At the
talking to-
revival.
There's a CD in it, guys.
Okay,
Don't
good.
worry.
I walked up because his grandma was on the porch. I was like, oh, this is so nice. Thank you for having us all out. And she's like, yeah, my son Joe, he's in this band. I think it's
son
Metallica. Yeah,
She's too old to know any better. So
it's okay.
He's in the band Metallica. We're like,
I laughed.
yes, he is.
I tried not to laugh, but when I walked away, I was like, I can't wait to tell Luca. This is so fucking funny.
So, how's Metallica?
yeah.
How's the touring and everything going?
That's great.
I'm totally rich, guys. Totally rich.
I have a joke for you that Luca wanted me to tell you.
Okay.
So Helen Keller walks into a bar, then a table, then a wall.
Awesome. I like that one. I've never heard that one.
I don't know.
I thought-
Didn't you have a good one?
I was really
good
stoned
Helen
last
Keller
night,
joke?
and that's what I
Oh, I'm
came up
sorry.
with saying. Because I read it on Facebook. I was laughing so hard.
I thought it was going to have something to do with Metallica.
No,
No.
just Helen
What are we
Keller.
No,
talking
just
about?
a Helen Keller joke in the middle of a metal show.
Get here.
It's okay.
Where am I right now?
So let's do some promotion for you guys. Where can people find you? Buy your CD. Find you next in the real world.
Any
play
merch,
shows,
stock?
merch, anything.
Stock?
Rape.
Put it out there
What?
now.
What? It's my fault for what I'm wearing.
My girlish figure.
Anywhere, like Joe said earlier, any digital media, iTunes, Amazon. What else are we on?
We're on pretty much.
Everything.
Those are the two top, but
Yeah.
we're on about 50 or 60 digital distribution sites. But mechinamusic.com is where you can buy. You can buy hard copy of Empyrean or Conqueror, and we don't have any merch at the moment. We'll probably end up doing that eventually, but mechinamusic.com. YouTube channel is Mechina Music, and that's actually where if we upload anything like a new single or a video or anything, it's usually always up on YouTube. So that's
There'll
a
be
good,
one later tonight.
Will there?
Were you
Oh yeah,
secretly
yeah.
filming
yeah,
or
yeah. We took a
Yes.
little clip of what we were working on today for the 7 people that are
Nice.
gonna really like it, and so I don't know. It's mechinamusic.com, and then pretty much everywhere else: Twitter, Facebook, MySpace doesn't. Maybe
Exist.
Well, it's coming back though. and
Yeah.
it's-
It's very
Yeah.
confusing to put together a profile now. I kind of tried to
You
do
tried
it
to
for the
put
metal
together-
experience, and I was
oh.
like, this ain't
For the
working.
new
Yeah,
MySpace.
you tried to put together
The
a new MySpace account?
Yeah, I
What?
did.
Well, the new MySpace looks pretty legit, but it looks complicated.
Did you hear who
does.
owns it, though?
really is.
Justin
Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake.
Yeah, and apparently if you don't use it every 2 weeks or so, they actually delete you.
Well, that's gay.
Well, my account's probably deleted.
Yeah, I heard they wiped like everybody off MySpace, and then they're
Well,
starting.
good. There
Oh,
goes
good.
some of my raunchy pictures that I didn't want to log on to. Yeah. I had some racy
Well, that
pictures
got
from back in
weird.
the day.
And why are they not on Facebook?
Huh?
I don't know, because I was younger and stupid.
Yeah.
And I
so
forgot my password into MySpace.
yeah. So I mean, pretty much that's the gist of it. We upload or we update quite a bit on Facebook. So if you want to know what the latest and greatest, that's where you want to be. So yeah,
And that has links to everything else, correct?
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Apotheca Studios.
Probably.
And
I
everything.
don't know. Probably.
It's good. Could.
No?
Does it? Well, yeah. Yes.
Sure. Apotheca Studios probably somewhere on there.
And I meant to ask, who did the artwork for your albums?
A fan did, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he sent it. We had this little thing probably about a year ago where we had like a little competition for our fans to
He
like.
hasn't even seen
Careful
it yet,
with the
and he's in
merchandise.
band. How is that possible, Joe?
He
Why
lives
is my name
far
not
away.
on here like it was on the list?
Steve lives like an hour and a half away from us, so we don't see each other often. But
So his name's not even on the CD?
yeah, it is.
No, it's not. What the fuck? Yeah, no, it's just Joe's name.
Joe
Oh, the
guitar,
band- no,
Joe
yeah.
bass, Joe
No, there's-
drums, Joe
There's
vocals.
there's no
leave, I
band.
quit.
There's no band.
Nobody knows who we are.
All right. Yeah, what were we talking about?
Well, I was
did the
asking
artwork?
you
Oh,
about
artwork.
the artwork.
Yeah, we-
and
we-
then Steve threw a hissy fit.
Yeah.
Ricky Lewis.
Yeah, Ricky Lewis was a fan of ours. We had a thing where our fans would make artwork for us, and like whoever got they send it in, and whichever one we liked, we would give them a free CD. And
So what happened to all the people that you hated their artwork?
Don't say hate.
You
Yeah,
absolutely
well-
despised.
well, they need to get better at Photoshop.
Yeah, and not send penis pictures.
So
Did anyone send you penis pictures?
no,
This is for the cover. It's a
Yeah.
penis.
that was just Gavin drunk.
Like, I got a great idea.
Like to draw dicks, guys.
This is the album cover. So yeah, he sent this picture and we really liked it, and we decided to keep it. It was as you can see, it's kind of the same idea as Conqueror, and we wanted to keep that image.
Who did Conqueror's album artwork?
Scott did.
Yeah.
One of our old drummers did. Scott Olier.
Oh.
And so we liked this picture. We asked him if we could use it for the album. He
And he
yes.
said no. Surprisingly,
and we used it anyway. No.
he won, and he then told us we couldn't use it. What if that happened?
Then we'd have to make our own.
That would
Dude,
suck.
your artwork is sick. Can we use it? Nope.
What? Rude.
Oh.
All right, take away from Mechina for just a moment. So, Dave?
A new magazine
The Offering.
gives you heavy metal photos.
News and reviews from all over the world.
For more information on how to get your hands on a copy,
Visit www.offeringwebzine.com.
The local roundup with Morgan on the Metal Experience.
Woo! Woo! I love my sweeper. All right, another hole in the wall. And Steger's looking for bands to play these shows. They're looking for 5 bands to play on January 25th with Breathing Theory and Vilify. They need 5 hard rock or metal bands. They need 5 bands, rock or southern rock, on February 8th to play with the Heroin Need. Oh, just the Heroin. I read that wrong. Okay, sorry about that. February 9th, they need 3 metal bands for a not announced yet show. You got an email for details, so I'm thinking it'll be pretty big and awesome. And then March 2nd with Breakpoint Method, they need 5 rock bands. The Chicago Metal Alliance calendars are out. You can still get your copy. You can find them on Facebook or their website to pick up a copy. It's $12 online with all the tax, and then $10 at the events they go to. So pick one up. They're fucking awesome.
I'm in it.
You're in it, and you're announced as the only guy in it. That's
I'm the
pretty
only guy
awesome.
in there. It's pretty sweet.
It is. It's pretty awesome. Soundtrack to Violence is
I
looking for
slipped my
shows to be
testicle out
on.
in the picture.
Stop talking.
Sorry.
Hit them up on Facebook if you need a filler for your show. Lords the Drunken Pirate Crew still seeking a first mate keyboardist. To Dust You Shall Return looking for a bassist. Gallinus is searching for a bassist and a drummer. Casket Robbery from Wisconsin still looking for a bass player. Guitarists looking for bands. Hit up Armored Assault. In Hazard, who are also looking for a vocalist. Pale Face, Shattered Nation, who also needs a drummer. Beneficum, Dawn Begins, and Psychopathic Days. Drummers, you can hit up Orion 9, After the Spire, Strongman, Impale, Sinister Fate, and Morgan Le Fay. And here are the shows. Wednesday, January 9th at Ultra Lounge. It's 8 p.m. 21 and up. It'll be $7 to see Hate Storm, Annihilation, Silas, and Ages of Eris. Thursday, January 10th at Main Stage, which is in Chicago. It's $10 at the door. $13 if you're paying with credit card. Don't pay with credit card. 18 and up, or if you're underage, you can get admission with an adult. And you can see Sakupa Sonata, Trainwreck Symphony, and Kelsey. And then Friday, January 11th at Ultra Lounge, it's 9 p.m., $8, 21 and up to see Vinificum, Azerate, Approaching Dawn, and A Gorgeous Corpse. Friday at Another Hole in the Wall, it's $10, all ages, 5 p.m. to see Framed in Gold, Pretty Young Graves, Rustmouth, He's a Destroyer, Team Light You on Fire, and Anchor the Ocean. Friday at Aloha Miniature Golf in Libertyville, Illinois. They just started doing shows. It's $6 all ages, 5:30 p.m. Get there early if you want to play a round of holes. Glory Divine, Devil for Me, Monolith.
Gotta get my round of holes in, babe.
The Day at Love, Incident, Between Myth and Legend, Hopeless, and The Widower. Friday at Penny Road Pub, 9 p.m., 21 and up. It's $7 to see Uneven, Shell Shocked, Audacity, and A Tira Tale. Friday at the Shrunken Head in Columbus, Ohio. It's 9 p.m. to see Lords of the Drunken Pirate Crew, Warside, and The Conquering. They're
awesome.
on tour.
Nice.
Friday at Burlington Bar in Chicago. It's 9 p.m., 21 and up to see Still Alive, Break the Cycle from San Diego, Voice of Addiction, and Ease Cabage. Friday at the Cobra Lounge, 9 p.m., 21 and up, $6. All proceeds will be donated to the family of John C. Dubel, who passed away in 2012. What? The Ox King, Slave New World, which is a Sepultura cover band, Warhound and Anger, and Mike Finnegan, who works at Cobra, will buy shots for anyone wearing a Hawks jersey.
Nice.
Saturday, January 12th.
Wait, how many shots?
I don't know. One? Don't be greedy. Damn it. Okay, on a serious note, Saturday, January 12th, at the Jefferson Mazik Temple in Chicago from 12 to 5. We will be there. It's a memorial service for our late radio station founder, Josh, who passed away of heart failure on December 30th. So come out, show your support. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him having this radio station. And rest in peace, Josh. So, memorial service on Saturday. Saturday at Shark City, 21 and up, 7:30 p.m. It's the Rock Against Breast Cancer. The first 200 in will get a limited breast cancer awareness shirt. There will be raffles, prizes, and free shots of Jack. 2 gallons worth of Jack Daniels.
Ooh.
Veilside, Diver Down, which is a Van Halen tribute, and they're also doing a giveaway, and then Devils and Angels. Saturday at the Portage Theater, $12 in advance, $15 at the door. It's 4 p.m., all ages. It's the Leaf Blower Massacre film, showing with 7 other short horror films, because Legion of Rom's song Hands of Fate is featured in the film The Leaf Blower Massacre. The band will be there as well, selling their merch.
Nice.
Saturday at the Ultra Lounge, it's 8 p.m., 21 and up, $8 to see Autonomize, Everything Must Die, Air Raid, and Impale. Saturday at the White Tavern in Naperville, Illinois, it's 9 p.m., 21 and up to see Synopsis, Psycho Sister, and Expired Empire. Sunday, January 13th at the Exit, it's 9 p.m., free, 21 and up, DJ night as always. There'll be ticket giveaways to see Enslaved on February 3rd at Reggie's, Meshuggah, which is February 22nd at House of Blues, and Stone Sour, which are playing January 27th at Congress Theater.
Free tickets?
Free ticket giveaways.
For Meshuggah.
Yes. January 13th at Double Door, 21 and up, 8 p.m., $7 to see Parallels and Lies. Final Chapter, Senor Murto and Suture Self. And then Tuesday, January 15th at Bottom Lounge, $20, 7 p.m., already sold out. If you got tickets, you're lucky. You're seeing Hollywood Undead. Boom! That was pretty good. The song just ended. I'm usually not very good at... Oh, that was a good catch, too. I'm usually not good at finishing right before that song ends. So, whoo, I'm out of breath.
Good job.
Thanks, Joe, for helping record my awesome sweeper, too.
Yeah, that was me on guitar.
Yeah, it's awesome. I get down every time. I'm like, oh, my God, there's music in the background when I talk now. Thanks, Frank and Joe. Awesome. Well, let's go out tonight hearing one more of your awesome songs. Thank you so much for coming on. This was
Careful with the merchandise.
It's a very exciting show for us.
I
because
didn't have to give this to you, man. Oh my
Oh, Joe.
Why?
Where's that fight music?
When I told
I'll break it right here.
when I told Frank of Orion 9 that Joe contacted me about Mechina coming on the show, he's like, "What? Joe's actually doing something with Mechina besides just recording? That's like unheard of."
It's pretty
here
accurate.
you are. I was just like, no, you have no idea how I was excited
We
to
weren't
tell
really
Luco.
sure if you were going to show up personally. You're like, oh, yeah, the rest of the band will
I
be
mean,
there.
the other
but
night
I'm
we're at Frank's
gonna be
birthday and we're
sleeping.
like, "Where's Joe? Joe's supposed to be here by now." And everybody's like, "Where's Joe? Where's Joe? When did you ever show up?"
Playing Skyrim.
Yeah, so there you are.
Well, I'm in person.
So you are here, and this made our night. This is the best way to start the new year. I mean, we had RNG on
It doesn't
at the
matter.
beginning.
Oh.
Now we have Mechina.
And great, now the rest of the band's leaving. Shit.
So what's the last song you want to play for us tonight?
Let's do Eleftheria.
All right. Well, we are the Metal Experience. Mechina's been on tonight, and Grace the Damned will be on next week.
Woo!
It's gonna be a good year still. Good night.
You're listening to The Metal Experience. Only on SlamInternetRadio.com.